I know, I have to also. Hello, if you're joining us live, it's time for Tack Chat. Yay! And that's why you're here. We are trying to set up, because we're in my studio space in here for the acoustics, and these chairs just don't fit. So.
I just turned it down.
Well, where did I put my phone?
It's up. It was up there. It's no longer.
I don't even know where it is anymore. Oh, yeah, there it is. We are talking about No Stirrup November tonight on Tack Chat. Tack Chat on our Unicorn and Centaur channel here is where my co-host and I'm Michelle.
I'm Adriana.
We clean our tack, we drink our wine, and we chat about the topic of the day, which tonight, I've already said, is No Stirrup November. So let me see who is here in the chat. Who's here? Are you on there already?
Zadel.
Yay, Zadel's here.
And Imagines.
Oh, that's my cousin Adam. Yes, Adam is here. Hey, all. Never know how to hoof my mule. No excuses. No, we're Adam. For any other non-horse people who are joining us, No Stirrup November is a thing in equestrian circles. Not everybody does it.
Yeah, so I always did No Stirrup July because it's hot.
It's hot here, yeah. But No Stirrup November is more is like,
yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
Except for the fact that it's November and your horse is freaking fresh because it's November.
Well,
and
that
it's
makes
cold.
your seat better. It helps improve your riding. There are things that you can work on and improve in the saddle when you take the stirrups away, because you don't realize how much you are relying on them instead of on good equitation to achieve your goals. So Shane is here. Shane Brock, hey, yeah.
Hi.
And Brittany's here. Hey, Brittany. Oh, you have to wait for December to do that. Brittany has a broken pelvis. Can we even say that? I'm telling on Brittany. Child, don't you ride until the doctor says it's okay.
She's off crutches now.
Good.
That makes one of us.
I know. Yeah, Adriana still has a blown out knee from rugby. If you were here, was it last Tack Chat where Catherine joined me last minute because I got a call right before, and Adriana was like, hey, I'm not going to make it because I'm in the emergency room. So tonight I have a bridle that I'm cleaning. This is Weasley's bridle. I had trouble with the leather on it today because it was all dried out, so I'm going to take it apart and clean it.
Oh, no.
And there are boots for people to clean and oil. We have our rags to clean our leather. Wait,
what am I cleaning?
You can clean and oil some boots. There's my Dublins and my Ariats. After blowing them out, like, you can totally see everything through the holes here. Like, where are the sides? They've all totally blown out. So I leave them at the barn, and I just put them on when I'm in the saddle, and that's it. And I hate it because I know, but I like wearing those around everywhere. They're comfy, and I like them. And I just can't afford. There were Bonnie, our blue hair fairy Bonnie, went to the Richmond Hill Goodwill, and there were size 10 Ariats there. And I keep forgetting to go back and look, and they're probably gone now because I'm an idiot. Anyway, I'm going to have a glass of wine with my Cheval Noir hand-painted wine glass. Hand-painted by
Cheval Noir Design.
Cheval Noir Design. There we go. Look at me. I'm so good. And I didn't get you some water. We can scream at Scott to get you some water. Should we?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to water.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Will you get Adriana some ice water, please?
Can we put it in the wine glass? So I feel
Yes, wait. Can you put it in the wine glass so she feels special? Here.
Put what in the what?
Ice water
Oh,
for
ice water.
Adriana.
Yay.
Everyone loves you. Everyone say thank you, Scott. We love
Thank
you.
Scott.
So yeah, if you're watching, hit the like button, help my cousin out. Yes, and also you can go to Major Zendo TV and subscribe to Adam's channel. He's been giving me shout outs on his channel.
Oh, sweet.
It's the sweetest. I love him. So today I gotta take apart my bridle. Is that gonna stay up there? What do I need?
Do you remember what happened last time you did that? Took apart the bridle.
I did have
She's
trouble
got
putting it back together.
3/4 of a bottle of wine to drink.
I know, and I'm gonna get through it tonight. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have to put that bridle together.
You might, but don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
So we've been working with no stirrups. I have my new student, Suzanne. She has only been taking lessons for like 2 months, but we had a bareback lesson today with the bareback pad. And she loved it. She loved it. But oh my God, the noises, like the first time, if you have,
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. The first time you have a student who has like, that's the first time they've been bareback or the first time they've worked with no stirrups, the noises they make when it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suzanne starts making those noises today. I'm like, oh, honey. Honey.
The first time I rode, like really rode on my own was bareback. So
yeah.
I just didn't.
I had, when I was 12 years old, my parents finally gave in to 10 years of begging and pleading and bought me a horse. And this was when my dad was stationed in New Jersey. And so I had my little, funny little horse named Anchors Away. And my sister and I mean, I was 12, so I didn't want to have a saddle. My dad bought a saddle. We had a really nice Western saddle. What do you need?
I need the water to be close.
Here we go. We can put it down here, or do I need to bring like a?
No, you don't have to leave me.
I'm not well prepared for this Tack Chat, y'all.
You do this on purpose.
No,
I'm sure you're like, how can I leave Adriana today?
I really don't. All right, I got my reins disentangled, and they were hard. I don't know why. This leather, it really needs oiling, I think.
Where's your saddle soap?
It's wrapped up. It's a bar of it, and it's wrapped up in that.
It's soap on a rope.
I know, and why do I not have anywhere for you to put stuff?
Just hold on.
I'm such a loser tonight. All right, who is here? Oh, gotta go. See you later, Adam. Oh, comment too long. No Stirrup November. Is there a thing for bareback ride? Yeah, well, there are different ways, Brittany. There are different ways to do no stirrup work. And, I mean, you can just go 100% bareback. Oh, I was going to say with my horse, like, we always just rode bareback.
Yeah.
We only rode in that saddle when my dad was like, I think I'm going to ride today with you girls. And me and my sister would be like, oh. That meant we had to put the saddle on. But you can go completely bareback, like no saddle pad, no saddle, no nothing. You can use like what we do in my lessons when I do them with students is I use a bareback pad, which if like Sonny has a very prominent spine and he's got that, it's called like we call them shark fin withers. So he's not comfortable to ride bareback. We'll just put it that way. Yeah. So if you have like just a little bit of that padding, that helps a lot. And it also gives you just a little bit of grip in the booty area. Not a lot, but some grip. And then you can also do no stirrup work with the saddle on. You just either have to take the saddle stirrups off or cross the stirrups over the top of the saddle. Is that your phone?
I need that.
I should probably clean this. This is gross. Okay, judge me. Poor Weasley. Poor Weasley.
This horse is being abused.
He's such a sweet pony. We took this horse is being abused video today. I was going to post it on Instagram tomorrow. I mean, we were at the end of the lesson today. We had the bareback pad on. We used Sonny in the lesson, and he was going as slow as possible. He did not even care. And at the end of the lesson, we're just sort of sitting and we're talking, and she's sitting on Sonny, and I'm standing down here. And Liam was standing in front of Sonny and just kind of stroking his face a little bit. And Sonny was falling asleep. He was like sitting there napping. He's supposed to be working. He's like, so we took a video of Liam singing him lullabies, and he's got a rider on his back, and he's got me jabbering about being no stirrups, and he's just snoring and sleeping. Bless him. So yeah, I would say Sonny is has no complaints about his semi-retirement job. Bareback. Stormy is bony. Yeah, then you need like a little bareback pad. My favorite one that I've ever ridden in was that one that Tori had, that lime green one. It was like in the shape of an English saddle pad, but the flap was like more forward. A lot of the bareback pads you see, like the girth is right at the front edge of it. And they tend to like, I don't know, my knee needs to go more forward than that. But the one, and I never can find another one like it. All I find is like the dippy ones, like the one I have. I don't know. I can't talk too bad about my bareback pad because it was a gift from Kira. Like she gave it to me for free. Oh. I was like, can I borrow your bareback pad? She's like, you can have it. Okay.
I had one.
Oh, Taylor's here. Just got off work.
I had one, just a fleece one, just years and years ago. No stirrups, nothing. Just like a fleece pad with a buckle on the bottom.
Are we all on board with no stirrups on bareback pads
at
all? I mean, not even just
goodness.
not when we're not in no stirrup November, but once December happens, if you have a bareback pad that has stirrups on it, don't put the stirrups back on because there is no tree on it, like in a saddle. There's no bars to keep it on each side of the horse's spine, so it can move around in all different places and hurt your horse, and it comes right down on their spine. It's not good. You're gonna slip. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. It's science.
Science. Scientists.
And Britt says the doctor says she can ride in December. Okay. I better not see riding pics on Facebook before then. Child, we're gonna come and get you. Yeah. All right, I still have to take this bridle apart. I've only got a few things. Let me get this third latch off. So, yes, if you are new to no stirrup work, if you're new to riding and you're a beginner, you want to make sure that you're working with an instructor so that you don't die and so that your horse doesn't hate you, because there is a wrong way to ride without stirrups. There's a couple of wrong ways.
One or two.
You could probably make a list. We should do that. That should be a blog post. 10 ways not to ride bareback. There you go. There we go. Oh, speaking of blogs, by the way, if you haven't, I write some sort of blog. I don't write like huge 800-word blog posts every day, but I put something on the blog on our website every day, unicornandcentaur.com. So if you ever want to know what's going on, what's Michelle doing today, you can go to unicornandcentaur.com. And there's daily blogs, and there's merch. We have a new coffee mug up. Did you see the coffee mug? Oh, I want to make another one too. Here's my new design for my coffee mug. I wanted to do, you know, the kicking unicorn drawing that I did that's on the extra t-shirt. Yeah. I want to do another drawing of a horse, just a regular horse, not a unicorn, just like standing there, the silhouette. And on one side of the coffee mug will be before coffee. And then the other side is the kicking up unicorn after coffee. That's my next mug. I just have to draw the little thing and figure out how to. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm figuring all this out, y'all. I have ideas in my head, but I can't make them go from here to there or to, I don't know. I want that logo you did for me with the Centaur and the unicorn. I need a higher resolution version of it.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll talk.
I can do the thing probably.
Because I've been like, oh, I have t-shirt ideas, but I don't know how to make them cool. Okay. Do I want to just sit here and pick at things on the bit or what?
I mean, I can do that.
All right. So, here, I have not painted these yet, but these were from our live stream last time. It just has the Mod Podge on them. This was for the crown, and they've got cutaway parts. There's more parts that I have to cut away. This is tedious. By the way, cutting everything out. So all I have to do is paint them and then hot glue them together. And the little jewel goes on the outside of it on the middle here and paint it silver and distress it a little bit so it looks like, you know, you guys, I'm excited about this. So next week, I want to have the whole thing done. And then I want to make like, I don't know, gauntlets or little
Is this foam?
It's craft foam and it's got Mod Podge on it.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
I know. Let's make stuff. We're gonna make stuff. All right. I am just being weird and picking at this bit crud. I hope that's not grossing anyone out who this is happening upon the stream here. What are these people doing? This lady is picking random horse goobers off of a bit.
I mean, they're not goobers, they're spit rats.
It is. I let Weasley have a big bite of hay today while he had his bit in his mouth. And I wonder why he's a bad boy.
I had the new little, I say new, we've had him for 2 years. No, less than 2 years. Anyway, little blonde Belgians.
Yeah.
I had them out the other day, and Miller just walked. I pulled over by the Telfair. Like,
by the way, the blonde Belgians are horses. We're not sitting here like having. For all the non-horse people who are watching, like, did she just say the two Belgians, the two blonde Belgians? How many boyfriends does this child have?
I mean, the red hair just attracts them. All of them.
I'm sorry. What did Miller do? Miller is one of the Belgians.
The Belgian horses, you know.
Lauren's here. Hey.
I pulled over by the Telfair because, you know, it's real skinny there, right there.
Yeah.
And it's two-way street, but trolleys take up the entire way.
I know. What?
I know. And I was just letting the trolley pass.
Right.
And we're pulled over, and Miller reaches over and tries to take a bite of one of those bushes there. And of course I was like, what are you doing? He's like, what?
That's
what?
funny.
He left like a big trail of slobber on it.
There's always at least one horse at any carriage company that has to like be like, oh, bushes every time you go by one.
I told you about Charlie, right? Charlie is retired now because he's like 8,000 years old. But
that's pretty old for a horse.
When he first started going single, one of the first times I drove him as a single horse was before we had check lines on him. Mm-hmm. We're walking along in the middle of tour, private carriage, and all of a sudden, I'm almost jerked over the front of the carriage. He's dead stop. Now, he's not fast. But still, it was a very jerky stop. And I look up, and his head is down, and his hooves are out. And I'm like, what are you doing? He grabbed Spanish moss.
Oh, my God.
Our
tracks loves Spanish moss.
Picked up a branch with Spanish moss on it and took it on tour with us.
Yeah. That was his baby.
Yeah.
Artax loves the Spanish moss, and he'll try to eat it on the trail and stuff.
Apparently it's tasty.
Goobers. I have not been riding Artax because he has been off. He had a couple of injuries this summer, an injury to one of his back legs and his back, and then the injury on his head. So for various reasons, I've only been able to ride him he's done some unicorn rides where I've led him around, but that's like, people want him for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And not while he was lame, obviously.
Yeah.
So I haven't really ridden him, and I've gained a little bit of weight, so I'm scared to get back on him because he's little. So he hasn't been riding, and it's no Stirrup November, and I'm like, do I really want to put my giant Christmas ham butt up on that little Arab's back right now? Bless him. Lauren rode him the other day, and he was so good for her. Oh. He's such a good boy. He wants to be a good boy. He tries. He tries. Artax. Okay, where's my cheek? So, no stirrup work. I think the first time I ever did no stirrup November or a no stirrup thing was with you doing lessons at Norwood.
No stirrup July.
I know, and you kept making me trot, and it was so mean. I cried a little. I probably peed a little too because I'm middle aged.
I made a lot of people cry with no stirrup July.
She was like, keep going, and I'm like, keep going. The you talking about, lady?
And you still talk to me.
Like, I can't feel my legs. That's what I told Suzanne today in the lesson. She was like, and I go, if it feels like your legs are about to fall off, they probably are. Let's stop for a second. Let's, work out the cramps in your butt. Whatever. Yes. I was like, keep trotting. I don't have stirrups.
I remember, I think it was probably that first year that I was doing lessons when I did lessons with everybody at Norwood.
Yeah.
And Laura Sawinski, I think she was on Sunny. And she was doing no stirrups.
He's so good bareback, though. He
wasn't bareback. He had a saddle on. And he was really out of shape and really unbalanced. Remember how he used to be?
Yeah, when he doesn't feel good, he will let you know.
And so I was like, pick up some rein, because she had him on the buckle. And I was like, pick up some rein, pick up a little bit of contact. And she was like, no. And then she came over and said, you do it. And I said, fine. And
Sassy.
so I started picking out the stirrup. She was like, "No, it's no stirrup July." And I was like, "All right, fine. I have never ridden this horse before."
I told you.
We cantered.
She was spicy. I like that. I like that in a girl. I like my girl spicy. That
He was very unbalanced, and every time he'd start getting unbalanced, he'd bug.
He's when he gets out of shape, his stifles get weak in the back end, and one side, I can't remember what side it is, but one side more than the other. So yeah, I'm assuming it's like, you know how people are right-handed or left-handed.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's just like one-sided weakness. But he's my baby's happy lately. It's so sweet. Like, he's a whole different horse. He used to be, Sonny used to bite and kick and buck and just be a turd and make you hate him. Like, nobody liked him. You had to ride him for months before you liked him. And before he liked you. But nowadays, it's like, he's like, whatever.
He and I,
like, you want to go for a ride? Sure.
He and I had some discussions way back.
Oh yeah. Well, I still occasionally do, because that lazy. Now that he's like semi-retired, he has gotten lazy, and he knows he outweighs everyone. Like, he honestly, he's got Liam's number. Like, he knows Liam cannot move him, even if he uses all of his 100 pounds of strength. And he's like, that's cute. So like, if I watched him out in the paddock sometimes, like Liam trying to get his head up, and Sonny knows what he's doing, and he just continues to, like, I watch the neck muscles like straining, like he's like, this kid's not moving me. I'm gonna continue eating grass. And Liam he's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's, you know, working. He's not doing a slow, steady pull because you're gonna lose. You know, he's trying to pull Sonny off balance. He's stepping him over. He's doing everything. And Sonny's like, no, kid, I know all the tricks. I've been doing this longer than you. Like,
and Sonny's not that old, is he?
He's only like 13. He'll be 14.
Yeah, he acts like a school
like
horse
an
that's
angry
been,
old man. He really does. And he tries it with me, but like, I know how to push his buttons right back. So anyway, Brittany says she likes your hair.
Well,
she's going to do dark purple.
Oh, that'll look
that
good.
will look cute.
Yeah.
I liked it that one time she did blue, like you had a blue ombre.
Oh yeah, that
like
was.
that, not like teal like my hair, but like an electric blue, like a TARDIS blue. Dare I say. I like that one a lot. All right. Yes. Oh, I miss. Brittany says I miss Sonny. One day you rode Summer, I rode Sonny, and he had a moment. Yes. Oh, yeah. One of those days where we switched horses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Brittany had to stop and be like, okay, I'm just going to be here in my bubble for a few minutes. Because Sonny was like, mm-mm. All right, I have wiped down my bridle. I need to actually clean it, don't I? I need to actually clean it. Where's that soap? There it is. Saddle soap. I think the bars of saddle soap are weird. I like the tubs better, where you can like dip in and kind of, is that, like, this little thing on a rope is kind of strange to me, is it not? Are you having naughty thoughts?
No. What?
You have a naughty thought face.
It's just my face.
Where's my youngins tonight? Where's Marvel and Willow tonight? My little babies that always show up in the chat. I say little babies. They're not little babies. Y'all, if you're watching, please forgive me. We're normally in my chat. Alrighty. Marvel was giving me pointers on apps to use for illustrating, doing digital drawings. Because the only thing I can draw is horses. It's the only thing I can draw. I can't do anything else. I'm pitiful. All right, there's my noseband. I feel like I need some more.
Do you want mink oil on this weatherproofing stuff?
Yeah, let's do that.
Which one?
That. Let's just do this stuff.
Okay.
This weatherproofing. Let's show it to the camera. This is some stuff I got in my giveaway from the Budget Equestrian. If you have not subscribed to her channel, please go do that. She has a blog too, a website, budgetequestrian.com, and a Facebook page and all that stuff. She's great. She does a lot of DIY projects. So she did a giveaway and I won. Yee! Which was interesting. That's like only the second time in my life I've ever like won a thing. I don't win things. I'm not a winner. I'm a loser. It's a fact. Like, you can't argue with science. It's science. Right. This brow band. I need to figure out how to make the brow bands with the unicorn horn in it and going down just below, don't I?
I mean...
yeah, I really want to figure out how to do that because I don't know how to make brow bands. And
I saw some place you could ask.
I know some people that make them, and I'm wondering, like, if I could figure out how to get that done. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm still working on my batch of new unicorn horns. I think I'm going to run out of sculpture coat, though, and they don't ship anymore in the winter because it can't be frozen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I might have to wait until spring to make new, to finish them, or to make any more. Okay. Did I get everything? Okay, the other rain. Okay, do we have anybody else? Brittany was sharing her stories of no stirrup work. Now, you can hurt your horse's back if you're just jumping around on them bareback, because one of the reasons we use saddles is because they distribute a rider's weight evenly along a horse's spine, in theory, if the saddle fits well, evenly along the spine. And when you're just sitting on a horse bareback, both of your seat bones, your pelvic bones, each one is digging into the horse, like right on each side of their spine, wherever you're sitting. So after a while, if you're very unbalanced and you're moving around a lot, it can cause your horse some pain and discomfort, or worst case scenario, injury. So that is something you have to think about. Especially if you're a beginner. That's why I say if you're a beginner, don't just like jump on a horse without stirrups or bareback and be like, I'm working. Please work at the trainer.
I like to, when especially if I'm starting out somebody with no stirrups, and maybe they're not as experienced or their horse is a little bit fresher, I like to put them on the lunge line, because that way they don't have to worry about, falling
steering
on their hands.
And yes. Yeah, if they're still trying to catch themselves with their hands, absolutely, lunge line. One of the things I have done too with students, if they're not ready for an entire lesson no stirrups, then you do the regular lesson with saddle and stirrups, and then cross the stirrups over for the last 10 minutes of class or whatever of work, because that will be enough to kill them, but without too much disruption to the lesson.
I like 2-point no stirrups. That's my favorite.
I know. Yes. Although, like, I remember one of the things, you told me that one of the things when I first met you, and I'm like, oh my God, you're an instructor. Give me some tips because I want to be a really good horse rider. And Adriana was like, she was like, don't come back to me until you can post with no stirrups and do 2-point with no stirrups. And I was like, okay, I'll do anything you say.
That's not how it went down.
It was totally not. That is exactly how it happened. And that was how I talked in everything.
That's like when Chandra met me the first time. she apparently says to me, hi, I've got a gypsy banner. And I said, that's nice.
I love it.
I did not. It was not like that.
No.
I swear it was not like that.
Your first piece of advice to me was no stirrup work. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So like the next day or whenever the next time I rode, I was like, I'm going to do it. Because Adriana said, I wasn't even like taking your lessons or anything. I was like, she's a great rider. She's an instructor and I'm going to do what she said. And like after 30 seconds, I was like, I'm just sorry. Yeah. It hurts your inner thighs.
It hurts everything.
I know. Well, that was one thing that's hard to explain, like we were talking today, is you want to rest some of your weight on your inner thighs. And she's like, you mean like squeeze? And I'm like, no, we're not clenching or squeezing, but we're also not flopping around like a fish. It's kind of a relaxed, energized state that we're going for, a dynamic tension in the muscles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be all floppy and doopy, but if you clench, you're going to have problems and you're going to fall off.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to die.
Mm-hmm. Science.
It is. You just can't argue with science. All right. I'm about to need some more wine. It's happening, everyone.
That bridle back together.
I know. Oh, I'm good for Unicorn and Centaur. I'm going to start an email list, like to do email updates for people lately. Don't like put your email in the comments, but it's coming. So if you need updates, think about that.
I don't know. That was fun watching.
It's the wine. She's not even drinking wine. That's me.
It's just straight vodka.
That is funny. We joked about that at my high school graduation, that we were going to bring, like, water, but instead of water, it was going to be vodka. Like, no one would know. Okay, the problem with drinking wine while cleaning your tack is sometimes when you take the bridle apart, you can't remember if you cleaned all the pieces. I just found this in my lap.
You cleaned one of those at least.
I think I'm going to clean this. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to say that I haven't cleaned it because it's kind of dry. It's looking kind of dry. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm totally burping. Oh, and our Facebook group. Join the Extra Equestrians Facebook group if you haven't already. That group has been pretty fun. I'm excited. I'm very excited about it. We need to do another contest. I want to do another photo contest with a prize. Like we did a photo contest for Halloween where the prize was one of our t-shirts. And I would love to do that again, either with the prize being one of the mugs or another one of the t-shirts. But I don't know if we should do it, have a big one where everybody votes on it, not just me. Should I wait and have like a Christmas themed one and just do the Christmas themed one? And then, because I want to do a Photoshop one. I want to do one where people can Photoshop anything. Their horses doing anything. But I was thinking maybe wait till like January to do that one, to do a Photoshop one. And then, because I'd like to do like a photo contest with a prize at least once a month. We need to do a Thanksgiving one. Should we do a Thanksgiving one? Let me know. Who's still here? Who's watching? Should we do a Thanksgiving photo contest in the Facebook group? No, not November.
Who is my best student in lessons? I can't say that.
Best, it was me. It was totally me. Oh, Lauren's out of here. Oh, Sean's in Ireland. Got a question. You guys get much trouble with cars, etc. when out on the road? The road off of where my horses are kept is not very well traveled at all. So most people out there are pretty okay with traffic. Like when I go out riding, I'm riding in the woods on trails or in an arena. There are trails across the street. You do have to cross the road to get there, but I mean, it's like one car every couple of minutes. I don't know if there's a lot of riding around traffic in here. Because like in the UK, you have to ride around traffic.
In Belgium, I rode basically we rode through town into the next town over. I mean, that was our trail ride. We rode there and back. Now, the thing is, the place I'm moving to, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be moving to Texas in about a month and a half. I'm sorry, but the town that I'm moving to, like everything is in walking distance, which means like I might be able to ride my horse to the grocery store. Monday, Texas, are you ready for me? Are you ready for me and my horses? Me and Sonny are totally going to All Slips for a Diet Dr. Pepper. That's going to be one of my YouTube videos in January. Me and Sonny go to All Slips for a Diet Dr. Pepper. I wonder if I could take him through the drive-thru at the Dairy Queen. This town has a Dairy Queen. I bet you could. I mean, I went through the Taco Bell.
I'm so excited.
Back in Maryland.
All right, hang on. We had one creeper here. Let me try to. I'm trying to delete the message. Put user in timeout. All right.
Who was the creeper?
I don't know. Somebody doing a weird thing. We've timed them out for 300 seconds. This is what, you know what though? Last time we did a chat, we had a mod. We did it the Halloween one where we did the Ask Me Anything, and we had Becca being a mod, and nobody did any pulled any shenanigans in the chat unless she didn't tell us about it, which I'm sure she would have.
Yeah, she would have.
She would have, because that's juicy, and Becca loves juiciness just like we do. But every time we haven't had a mod in the chat, there's always some random weirdo that comes in here and is like either, you know, oh, you guys are dumb, or sex
Rude.
comment.
Rude.
I know. Like, what is your problem?
We're delightful.
People on the internet. Best student. And for no stirrups. Besides me, Brittany, it was totally you. No. Brittany hasn't been out and ridden with me in a while. She's ridden Artax and she rode Weasley. I don't know. My horses are kind of dippy, though. I think, like, I don't know. Brittany was like, why are your horses weird? I'm like, my horses are definitely weird, by the way. Which is why I'm on YouTube and not in the show ring. We don't want ribbons. We're just entertaining.
Here's the thing, you have horses.
I know. Well, I can barely afford them. Horseport is a thing, y'all. And that's one of the reasons I'm moving to Mondays, so that all my expenses are lower, and also we have creative opportunities there. I'm really excited about how it's going to change Unicorn and Centaur too. I'm sad about how it's going to change because I'm losing my entire horse support system. Yeah. All of it. Like, except for online. But, like, you guys, I'm not going to have, like, Amy to come out to the barn and help me fix something with Artax. I'm not going to have you to come out and watch me ride and tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know? But we'll have, if I talk too much about this, I'm going to cry. So that part is scary. But I think in terms of where we go artistically, because we're an artistic equestrian channel. Yeah. That's good. So we were talking about that in Taekwondo. People are like, I'm going to miss you. I'm like, if you're online, you're not going to be able to miss me. Okay? You're not going to have time to miss me. All right. Get my wine. Get my wine. I hope that answered your question, Sean. Oh, Linda's new mare moves like Weasley. Oh, she's got a new mare. Honey is the horse's name. She moves so weird and all. Yes. My horse Weasley. Weasley is really round and he has knock knees and funny conformation. So when he walks, he not only has a forward roll, but he has a sideways roll. So when you're doing the whole thing on Weasley, it's really, really crazy. And inexperienced riders who get on Weasley don't know the difference. And so they end up adapting just fine to his movements. But every single experienced rider I have ever put on Weasley has had a mini meltdown when they start riding him bareback initially. Or they're like, what is your horse? What's wrong with your horse?
Katie and I had a conversation about him the other day.
Weasley is a mess. I wish I would have gotten video of Cowboy Kyle riding him. This Western rider who used to be at our barn. He's a great rider, a great seat on that guy. Like, I feel like he could sit anything. It was like, he rode like he invented riding. It was fun to watch him. So he got on Weasley bareback, and the look on his face, like, I actually saw air between his legs and Weasley's body, and I was like,
I don't understand Weasley. I don't.
Nobody understands Weasley. This horse is weird, y'all.
I'm not sure he's a full horse.
He's a little bit interesting. We talked about that today. He doesn't like people. Like, at all, really.
I understand.
Yes. Weasley prefers the company of horses to people, and I think most of us watching can relate. But Weasley doesn't understand that he's one of us. He doesn't understand. We hate people too. We tell Weasley hashtag not all humans. Weasley is a mess. I need to oil this stinking bridle. What time is it? Is it 11:15 yet?
It's 11:11.
Oh, it's almost time. I usually ask what time it is, about a quarter after the hour. I need to ride with you before. Yes, Brittany. Oh, please come ride with me before I leave. Please, 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 please. 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 New mare, the same way Honey moves. That's funny. I wonder if Honey has some kind of weird conformation in the front that makes her rib cage move a little more weirdly. But that's why I did my no stirrup lesson today with Sunny instead of Weasley.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. Because like Weasley's all over the place. And Artax is like riding a little stick of dynamite. It's not like Weasley at all where it's all over the place. He is all over the place, but it's easier to sit. I don't know. It's easier to stay with him, but it's just such a dynamic ride. That's how we'll put it. Artax is special. He's an Arab. Oh my god, I almost knocked mine.
He's good at snorting at things.
He's so good at snorting at things. We were talking about that today, though. There's going to be a lot of parade opportunities on Monday, and I know Sunny's my best bet for riding in a parade, but how cool would it be? Artax is very dramatic, but he calms down very quickly. And if you can handle, that was another thing we talked about today. My horse Artax will blow up at things very dramatically, very crazy, do a crazy spook. But if you can sit the initial spook, he calms down almost immediately. The problem is that I've seen when people are surprised by the spook and they get caught off balance, like anyone who's come off of Artax, I see the panic look in their face, they get unbalanced, and Artax panics, and then he goes crazy. But if we can, I'm good at now, like, I know those blow-ups. I just kind of sit on him. I'm like, that's cute. So I wonder, like, could I have my little unicorn in a parade? Could I have my unicorn in parades in Texas? I'm bringing unicorns to Texas. And by the way, if you're watching and you're in Savannah, you've only got like 2 weeks left to book some riding lessons with me. Because I can't do the month-long Centaur program if I have less than a month left.
Yeah. Individual ones, but
yeah, I can do individual lessons. That's true. And I've been having fun doing my doing the lessons out there because I have 3 different horses, and each horse teaches riders 3 different things. Weasley teaches balance, and Weasley's all about the mental game. Like, you got to think when you ride Weasley, and you got to think ahead of Weasley. Sunny is just about practicing the basics.
You know, I never thought Sunny was going to be like that.
Isn't that funny?
You know?
I know. I think about all the Norwood people all the time when Sunny is just this chill horse. And I'm like, if people from Norwood could see them, they would be like, what is going on?
And last, you know, I took him on that trail ride, that Pony Club trail ride.
Yeah.
He was a nut. Not at all like he was when I rode with you.
You have to come ride. Yeah, you have to come ride again before I go. You can ride Sunny on the trails. You ride Sunny on the trails, and he'll just be like, yeah, whatever.
Well, when I dislocated this patella, when I had that problem, I came and rode with you.
Yes.
And he was just whatever.
Yeah.
So,
he's a totally different horse.
Yeah.
I think, you know what we noticed today, too? Again, this is a little bit we're getting off topic, but no Stirrup November. The lesson we had today, we started it off. What I only teach basic horsemanship, and I teach beginner riders. Once you've reached a certain level, I have to send you off to somebody else because I'm not an upper level trainer, but I'm really good at giving beginners a solid foundation in horsemanship and riding. So one of the things we were doing today was doing our no stirrup lesson, and I teach them how to warm up the horses, to walk along the rail, to do circles in the corner, to get their horse bending and stretching and ready to do work at higher gaits. So we did all the warm up and everything bareback, and then we just went outside the arena and walked on the grass and walked through the barnyard and everything. And Suzanne noticed the difference in Sunny. He hates the arena.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of his problem at Norwood. That was the only place to work was the arena. So here at Chimney Field, anytime we bring him in the arena, he walks so slow. He hates everything we're doing. And as soon as we get outside of it, he'll pick up, even though we're doing a circle around the arena. We're doing a lap around the arena. He was inside the arena doing a lap, but being like 3 feet up.
Well, it's also different footing outside the arena, too.
It is. And Sunny has navicular.
Yeah.
I think he appreciates the footing of the grass better as well.
Yeah.
So that is a good point. If you have a navicular horse, I know a lot of people do. Sunny is navicular. That's for the non-horse people, navicular is a degenerative disorder that causes pain and discomfort in the front feet and usually requires some sort of correction. Shoes, drugs, surgery, things like that. Okay, what, a squirrel. Oh, Allison's here. Hey, Allison. Y'all go subscribe to Allison's channel if you have not. She's been doing all these shoebox videos, like making shoeboxes for children in need, like a Christmas time thing, where she puts together gift boxes in shoeboxes and stuff, and they're really cute. She does these unboxing videos, so y'all go check out Allison's channel. So, all right, Brittany, something has rabies. Hang on, let me check out the chat. We got drama in the chat, y'all. Hang on. If you're watching on the playback. Oh, the squirrel eating a bird? Ew, squirrels are weird. Yeah. Texas is not going to know what it is. Actually, I've lived in Texas before. I graduated from Midwestern State University in Wichita Falls, Texas, which is only about an hour or so away from where I'm living now. So
where is this place
near? It is.
I mean, nothing, but
Monday, Texas. Actually, it's not near anything. It's in an area of Texas known as the Big Empty. It is. I went to school in Wichita Falls. Monday is kind of between Abilene and Wichita Falls and Dallas. I'm about 2 hours or so northwest of Dallas. So it's not up in the Panhandle. It's underneath the Red River, underneath Oklahoma.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Are you with me? Are we with me?
I'm trying to think where I drove in Texas, where I was.
Texas is huge.
I know.
Texas is like 5 states. Yeah. In terms of geography, in terms of politics, in terms of everything, Texas is like 5 different states. And it was a nation before it was a state, and they will not let you forget it. Everyone's like, you don't know what you're getting into. I'm like, y'all, I lived in Texas before. This ain't my first rodeo. Yeah, Allison says that's the weirdest thing I've heard today about the rabies. Yes, that's Brittany, Allison. We love Brittany, but she's always got some kind of story like this, don't you? My mom's been to Texas, says Brittany. Allison said, but were you this extra in college? Yes, I don't have any of my college friends in the chat tonight, but they could tell you, girl, yeah, I was actually more extra than I am right. Well, if we count attitude.
Oh.
Attitude. I was a lot, I don't know, my edges were sharper in college. I've mellowed a lot with age. Don't be scared.
Drink this vodka.
Yes. Yes, when I was young, I think it was hormones mostly.
Oh.
When I was hormonal, like I'm in my 40s now, my hormones are all dying. So I'm like, yeah, what's the point of being upset about anything? But when I was younger, I was like, passionate about everything. So I knew something was wrong with Sonny first and no one wanted to believe me. Oh, yes, with his feet. You can tell, Brittany, he still has days where he hurts. And I can tell by the way he walks. He has kind of a funny gait at the walk when his feet are bothering him. And so on those days, I don't work him really hard. I don't ride him. But there are days when he looks great at the walk and he's in a great mood. And we had that one day during a lesson where Suzanne was riding him. And once we started trot work, he didn't want to stop. He kept wanting to trot. Aww. He wanted to canter. He wanted, even working in the arena, he was like, yeah. I got this. I can do this. He was excited and ready to go. So when he wants to work, I work him. And when he's telling me he doesn't feel good, he'll tell you, like, all I have to do is groom him. And if I am near any place he's uncomfortable, he pins his ears back and he tells me that hurts. I'm like, okay, buddy. He's my BFF. He's my best friend.
You want help putting that bridle back together?
It's 11:20. Hang on.
That's what I was asking.
I didn't even oil it. Hang on.
Oh no.
I know. Hang on. I still have to oil it. Where's my oil? I just use plain olive oil, and serious horse people will probably make fun of me. I know. Who was giving me side eye for using olive oil? Is that you? Catherine was too. Catherine was in the chat one night. And she's like, "Is that olive oil?" oil. Like, it's all oil. Oil is oil. Is that wrong? What's judgy face up? Explain it. Look,
I feel like olive oil goes like can like go bad because it's like.
You mean like rancid?
Yeah.
Well, that's what most neat's foot oil is. It's just, or linseed oil. It's flaxseed oil that's gone rancid.
I use the I don't have it here. Hydrophane and.
Oh, right, your fancy painty things that you use. Oh, darling, really. Well, I mean, you know what? We should do a tack chat before I go where we talk about the best way to clean tack and the best things to clean tack with. Like, what oils do you use? What conditioners do you use? It's not just, you know, rubbing something down. Like, I've taken apart an entire bridle, and there's steps. There's wiping the excess dirt off it. There's the saddle soap. There's the oil. There's the protectant and polish. There are many things.
Here, I'll hang on to the ones you've already oiled.
You know what? That's so great. No, look, I'm going to put the already oiled. There's the already oil pile. Y'all, wait, where's my wine? I filmed some of today's lesson. The Thursday's video on our YouTube channel here is going to be about a no stirrup November lesson, and we got some good footage of Suzanne. She looks great. She's only had like 2 months of lessons, but she looked good. She's like, You say that to everyone. Amy was there at the barn when she said that. She was like, you have to tell everyone they look good. And Amy laughed, and I was like, thank you. No. I am truthful. If you stink at writing, I'm going to tell you you stink at writing. Actually, the way I put it is, the bad news is you need practice. The good news is practice is fun. All right. There's another piece here. Who's still, do we even have still with us?
We have 6 people.
I know. Zadel, are you still here somewhere? I think Zadel puts this on like and does other stuff. Like, he doesn't join in the chat, but he's listening. He's solid. I like that guy. He's good people.
Which is Zadel? Which one's Zadel?
Jungle Zadel. He's in the chat quite a lot. He's one of our Centaur people. Name. And he's in, Alex Burt was his name, I think. And Zadel is his name on YouTube.
Okay.
He's in the extra equestrian group.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Yes. Oops, sorry. No, but anyway, long story short, he's fantastic. We love him. So Zadel, if you're still here, if you're still watching, you are much loved. I feel like he's young, though. I don't know how old you are, Zadel. But I feel like he's a young guy. I don't know. Like, I'm old enough to be his mama. I feel very maternal feelings. I like wonder if he's eating and if his friends are being nice to him. All right. Are you done with those boots?
I am.
I have more boots. I know it's like almost done.
Yeah,
we're almost done.
I probably don't have time to work on those.
Oh, hang on. Brittany says I can't use any of that leather stuff. Special kind for my saddle. Oh, Britt, do you have, is it a leather saddle or a synthetic one? Because I have 2 synthetic saddles and 1 leather one. But the leather one I have is like one of those leather saddles from Takistan.
Yeah.
That is like really awful.
Don't put them in the knob.
No, I'm not. Hang on. That's all. So it's almost like cardboard leather.
Well, the more you oil the cardboard leather, like, you might want to do something more than olive oil, though. Like, heavy conditioner. I'm just saying. I totally ignore that saddle. That's my English style trail saddle. And it is, I put beginners in it a lot because it's got a great big giant seat. It takes all the guesswork out of everything. Yeah. You just kind of sit up there like a recliner and live your best life. Alice is
leather
one.
saddle.
You know Alice?
I know her online, but I have not met her. Alice, if you're watching, come ride with me. She
is an amazing, she's an amazing horse person, but she is she's got skills when it comes to like saving and reconditioning leather. Like, she can take pea leather and make it feel like, maybe not super expensive, but like, working.
Pea leather, you mean like cheap leather that's been
Yeah.
treated with urine, that's been tanned with urine?
I don't know if it's actually been tanned with urine, but
I think that's
always,
a thing,
yeah.
and I honestly think that's a thing that's part of the tanning process is that they use some sort of animal urine to process it. I don't know. I'm not using the Google machine right now to fact check myself, so sorry, everyone.
But yeah, it's like the Argentine leather saddles, like the saddle packages that cost $90.
Yes.
Or I'm sure they probably cost
They're so
$125
tempting
now.
How tempting are those when you're on like Dover or Chick Saddlery or whatever, and it's like $135 for the bridle and the saddle and everything, and it looks so shiny and pretty in the picture, and you're like, that could be me.
We had a bunch of those growing up, like at the barn that I rode at. They're Blue Ridge brand.
Well, yeah, people will say, "Don't use it, you'll be sorry," and I'm like, "But maybe I won't."
It doesn't fit anybody, and the horse or the rider.
Yeah,
and it's not made well.
I know. That's my dream. I really want Unicorn and Centaur to get more successful, so I really want custom saddles for all of my horses, because the ones that I have kind of fit them, but I feel like they deserve better, especially Sunny. Sunny is hard to fit. He has the tall withers, and when he loses weight, and my farrier said, "Don't you dare get this horse fat."
Yeah.
Because of his navicular.
Yeah.
He said he needs to be on the thinner side. But when he is a little bit thinner, I want like the saddle. I don't know. He has a hard time getting it. Yes, it sits down on his withers.
Like one that has cut back. Like Kiefers.
Yeah.
In general have got the cut. I had a dressage Kiefer, but
yeah.
And that fit him. I mean,
but I would love to have like a custom saddle fitter come out. That'll be my dream for 2019 for Unicorn and Centaur, is to get, like, I bet they have custom saddle fitters in Dallas.
Absolutely.
In the Dallas area. See, I'm going to cowboy country though, and I'm bringing my English tack to cowboy country.
You'll be okay. You'll make it.
I will. I'm a weirdo, but you know what? That's part of my charm. A lot of times people who are not like me will like me because, I don't know,
your breath of fresh air.
Right. Well, and I'm not all up. I don't think I'm better than people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming into things going, oh, I'm so much better than the cowboys or whatever. They just have a different style, which I'm excited about learning about more about being extra in a cowboy way, because how extra is Western pleasure?
Oh my gosh. With the rhinestones.
Right. All the bling and the silver and the turquoise and the everything and the fringe.
Fringe.
I'm going into that, y'all. And that's not unicorn extra. That's not fantasy novel extra. But Western princess is extra. So I'm kind of excited about adding that to what I do. You know?
Hi, Robert.
Oh, is Robert here?
How long y'all been on? Michelle doesn't sound very drunk.
You would be surprised. The Dread Pirate Robert is here. Have we even been discussing No Stirrup November? We get so distracted. We have a little bit, yes.
It hurts.
Yes.
TLDR, it hurts, and have an instructor.
Yes, it does. Well, most of the work that you are doing when you're riding with no stirrups is inner thigh work, and those adductor muscles are very thin muscles. They're not thick, heavy, weight-bearing muscles like your quads or your hamstrings. These are very small muscles, and they're not used to being worked like this. There's not a whole lot of exercises. If you want to get better at horseback riding and you want to do other exercises that complement that, two things I would suggest: inline skating and martial arts. Those work the hips and the adductors and abductor, the lateral movement muscles in the hips a lot. So, like, rollerblading. Do they call it rollerblading anymore? That's so 90s.
Skating.
Yeah, oh yeah, derby, roller derby, roller
Yeah.
skating, whatever. But it's that pushing off, and that uses a lot of the abductor and adductor muscles. So that's what I would tell people. Or swimming, using the breaststroke, doing breaststroke swimming. Swimming, breaststroke, skating, and oh God, what else did I say? Hang on, I forgot.
Martial arts.
Martial arts, thank you. And by the way, for y'all watching on Saturday, Liam is testing for his 2nd degree black belt. I'm so excited. I'm going to wet my pants. He's excited because after he tests, he's going to outrank me and his dad. He goes, does that mean I can give you push-ups? Because Scott and I, we all have our 1st degree black belts. But once he does his test, he'll be a 2nd degree black belt. And technically, according to the rules, he will outrank us. So there you go. We're very excited about that. So that's going to happen on Saturday. That has nothing to do with No Stirrup November. But Liam, whenever Liam's on the channel, people love it. So y'all Liam lovers, I don't want to make my channel all about him. I don't want to exploit my child for views. Do you know what I'm saying? That's kind of... And I don't want to push him. Sometimes he doesn't feel like being on camera. And so I'm like, sure, whatever. But sometimes he's like, oh, can I do the thing? Like with Halloween, he was like, can I be on camera and eat candy? And I'm like, yes, baby, you can. Okay. You guys, it's the moment of truth. I've cleaned and oiled this bridle, and it is time to put it back together. You want to see if I can do it? Okay, hang on. I got to gather all my pieces. Adriana's giving me judgy face. All right, here we go. Who's ready? Robert, are you here? I'm not missing a piece until I need it, and it's not there. Okay. Excuse me. When Adriana got here, I'm like, okay, I don't have much of the white wine. And she's like, I'm not drinking. Good. Now I'm spilling it on myself. Okay, where's my bit? I got my bit. Actually, I don't need my bit yet. I don't need my bit yet. Y'all enjoy Adriana's judgy face. Where's my... Oh, there it is. And my... Here's the brow band. You just collect yourself. Hang on. Do I have this correct? See, one time when I put this back together, I had the brow band on upside down because it's not straight across. It's one of those that dips down a little bit. So I have to know, like... Nope, it is not. It is incorrect. It is incorrect.
You probably...
What? Did I mess it up even more?
No, I was going to say you could probably just put one on each side and not have to go over the big fat part. I'm just saying.
I could, but that might be easier. Okay, that is how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay, cheek pieces. Hang on, I got to find my cheek pieces. I found my cheek pieces, and I found my glass of wine. Eee! Brittany, thank you for being here tonight. And Robert, thank you for joining us. Lauren's already in bed, but Lauren, I love you, girl. Who else? Taylor showed up. I don't know if she's still here doing stuff.
Allison.
Allison, yes. I love her. She's adorable.
Yes, she finished the bottle herself.
Yes, ma'am. I did finish that bottle myself. Oh, Allison says that kid's going to be famous. He's already a rock star. He is cute. I do like my kid. I mean, I know. Okay, hang on 1 second. The cheek pieces, do they go here or on the middle one? They go here, don't they? And the noseband goes on the middle one?
I mean, that's how I'd do it.
Okay. I love you. See, I never pay attention when I take it apart. I just take it apart willy-nilly, and that's my problem. You should put the I know. Oh my God.
Did you not join
How dare
any?
you? How dare you, ma'am?
Come into your house, drink your water, clean your boots.
How dare you? How dare you not drink my wine and then clean my boots?
How did you
You're
never
the worst friend ever.
participate in the take the bridles apart and put them back together with your eyes closed?
I think I could actually do that. I wouldn't be able to do it the fastest, but I think I'd be able to. Touch is my best sense, honestly.
Okay, so nope. You know what? I'm not going to add that layer to this right now. I am not adding that layer.
And it probably would take me a little while to figure it out, but I bet you I could do it, honestly, with my eyes closed. She says as she eyes me judgingly. Oh my gosh. I want to make a whole photo album, off topic a little bit. I want to make a whole photo album in the Extra Equestrians Facebook group for the pilot memes, the horse named Pilot.
Yeah.
You know, he is so cute, that little potato pony.
He is.
Oh my gosh.
With his cadaver sensing.
I know it. He's a cadaver horse. It's a miniature horse. And his owner calls him a potato because he is in the shape of a baked potato. If you take a picture, she took a picture from above, and I swear to God, you could wrap that thing in foil and just put him in the oven. He is so cute. But the memes she makes are so funny to me. I want a whole, I mean, I know that's her page, but I want it on my, I want it in my group too because I'm selfish. I'm like, that's funny. I need it. All right, come on. Why won't you go through the thing? I feel like, what is it, Happy Madison? Go in the hole. The face she's making at me. It doesn't, look, see, but it won't go through the thing.
Do you want some help?
You would have trouble too.
Okay. I was just offering.
All right. We are probably over time.
Oh, yeah, we are.
11:38. Oh my gosh. Wrap that thing in foil. Yes. Blindfold bridal building, a YouTube idea. That's actually a good idea. That's a fun idea for a collab video. Like, who can put together a bridal the fastest? It won't be me. I'm going to give y'all a hint right now. Like, my watermelon. I still get creeper comments from that. My watermelon challenge. I
mean, I thought about it the other day. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And then I'm like, I can't get a watermelon until like summer now.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to promote that video again. If you haven't seen, I don't know if I'll be able to link that afterwards, but my equestrian watermelon challenge where I smashed a watermelon with my thighs. I thought, I'm so naive, y'all. I thought it would be a fun equestrian challenge because we all joke about what, strong thighs we have, thighs of steel. So I tried to smash a watermelon with my thighs and I was successful. And I thought, well, let's all do it. Because I'm like a fat middle-aged lady. If I can smash a watermelon with my thighs, how hard can it be? So I thought it would be a fun equestrian challenge. Hashtag equestrian watermelon challenge. But no, the only messages I get about that video are from creeper guys. I get the messages in my Unicorn and Face and here on YouTube or in my Unicorn and Centaur Facebook group. You have really strong thighs.
That's when I would just start requesting money from them.
And then the next, I'm like, I don't even respond because, like, what do I say? Thank you, right? So, and then the next question is always, do you know what a head scissor is? Make your own video. Hashtag it equestrian watermelon challenge. Is this hard? What is wrong with you guys? Okay, I think I got that. I did it. Wait. Is it messed up?
No, it was twisted.
Okay. All right, I gotta get the throat lash on. Throat lashes.
Do you know which one that goes?
It's on this one, right? Oh, wait, where's the noseband?
Behind you.
Oh. I would have found it. She's so rude. How dare you? First of all, how dare you? Oh my gosh. I have seen some things. Speaking of how dare you, I don't know why this made me think of this, but I've seen some crazy things online and I've like been messaging my friends today, like, please don't let me post stuff online that's crazy If it's really bad, be like, girl, take that off the internet before you end up on horrible horsemanship or whatever.
You can't, I can't say that on this channel.
I know. Yes. By the way, people who have sent me a friend request in real life, I hope y'all are in for a surprise. I don't know what you think I really am, but I am different in real life than I am on this channel. Well, not much. It's like the same, but with more cussing.
It's like my no filter that I have.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. What you see on YouTube is me filtered, heavily filtered, even when I've been drinking. Heavily filtered. Oh, wait. Did I do it upside down? Oh. Wait, I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't.
There. Buckle that there.
Thanks, Mom. This is why we drink wine when we do our Tack Chat.
Why I drink.
Yeah, yes, you are why I drink. You need to go home. We need to stop this chat. I have to put the reins on. I'm done.
I'm living a throat latch too, but that'll come after.
What? I did the throat latch, didn't I?
No, you said.
Oh, I put it down to the noseband. You shush.
Robert says, "What isn't twisted is twisted again."
Oh, yes. Robert, we love you. You're our favorite. I just want you to know that. Don't tell the others. I like that guy. He's good people. Here's my throat latch.
Considering he and I are friends after the first time I yelled at him.
You mean like out on the street?
Yeah. And then,
you know what though? I mean, if you can't handle being yelled at, are you even a grown up?
If you can't handle being yelled at by Adriana.
I know. You know what? It doesn't happen that often. You're not very yelly. So like when you yell, I'm like.
So it came up when I was training Katie to drive.
Yeah.
Apparently, she turned too quickly and forgot the carriage was behind her.
Uh-huh.
And I had to take the lines from her. And
that moment when you have to take the lines from somebody new. Oh.
And she said she could see me, like, trying to be nice. But I said, don't you ever forget there's a carriage behind you. And that was it.
That's funny.
I don't remember this at all. Have no recollection of it, but apparently it stuck with her. Because over funny. 2 years later.
I love how you and I will have completely different memories of things that we experienced together. I'll be like, remember that time when we did this? And you'll be like, girl, that is not how it happened. I'll be like, yeah, it was.
Remember that time that I put the bridle together perfectly while under the influence of all the wine.
All the wine. All the wine. Thank you who've joined us tonight. Taylor was here. Zadel was here. Robert showed up. Allison, I love you, girl. Lauren was here and she went to bed. Who else showed up tonight? Oh, we had Sean from Ireland pop in. I love when we have people like pop in randomly from other places. When we did our Halloween mukbang, we had the Australian mukbang sisters. That was fun. I always wonder what it's like for people who are like, you know, just randomly going through Facebook and they're like, what the heck is this? And there's a lady with leather straps and a glass of wine.
And then somebody else giving side eye.
That's totally you.
I'm sorry, Robert.
I know.
He said I'd never forget.
I've got my bridle. It is together. So thank you guys for joining us tonight and discussing No Stirrup November. Next week on our Tuesday night live stream, we'll be crafting again, and I will be doing more of this. I'm going to have this headband done, and it's going to be silver, and it's going to look like metal, and it's going to be amazing. And we're going to make some other stuff on there too. And then in 2 weeks, there'll be another Tack Chat. And I want to talk on the next Tack Chat. I want to talk about charities. Because it's the holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate, whether you're Christian or Jewish or atheist or Muslim or whatever you're doing in your life, this is usually the time of year where we give to other people who have less than we do. So I think next time I want to talk about all the different horse charities because there's a bunch of scams out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't just give money to horse people.
It's true because they will take it and they will spend it.
Yeah. So next time on Tack Chat, we want to talk about like what kind of horse charities do you want to give your money to this holiday season? Who's doing good work? What are they doing? And all that kind of stuff. So I guess we are finished. Let me check my chat. What else we got going? Never forget Romper Room. You know what? The end of the live streams always remind me of Romper Room. I am old enough to remember. Do you know Romper Room?
I know it exists.
Yes, and she had the magic mirror at the end. She never said my name. She had the magic mirror, romper, bumper, stomper, boo. Tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me today. Did all my friends have fun at play? And then she would go through everybody's names. I see Robert and Taylor and Zadel and Sean and Lauren and Brittany. And she would say everybody's name. But yes, the magic mirror from Romper Room. I remember that. I'm that old. You're younger than me. Sorry. It's 11:47. What are we doing? You have to go home. All right. All right. Wait. We'll take a thumbnail when we're done. Thank you guys for joining us. We love you very, very much, and we will see you next week. Yay!